but it's very hip to be on the internet right now.
What is internet anyway?
Welcome back to Market Like Emma, everyone. We have a very special end of year edition. We wanted to talk to you all about what we've learned about working from home the past year. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it off to Matt, our amazing copywriter, who's gonna launch our little round robin today.
Thank you. Yeah, so my blog is all about starting a new job. I joined the team from home. I've been working remotely since March, the entire year pretty much. And it's just the things I've learned along the way, how to change up your daily routine, other things like that you can check out at the link that we'll share with this video. But Lori, in addition to having a new person join the team remotely, you've also had to kind of switch to doing your business development and most other things remotely. So can you talk about how you approach meetings differently with clients, both before they're on board and once we start working together?
Yeah, sure. So a lot of it's been the same, some of the same principles still apply. Make sure you're asking a lot of questions, spending a lot of time listening, really trying to pay attention to what their needs are so that you can develop a proposal or some sort of a program for them that is going to fit their needs. Find out what it is that's driving them to even ask for the proposal or to ask to meet with you. But then in addition, one of the things that I've noticed, and I've actually written a blog about it as well, is that we get to know a lot more about our clients now that they're working from home. So, it's a rare insight. You get to see their homes, you get to see their children, their pets, their deliveries, their, all sorts of stuff. And one of the things that's been great for me, I love building rapport, building relationships. A lot of clients have become very good friends of mine personally, and this has given me a way to get to know more about them and build some of that rapport and really learn more about them and what's driving them and what their home life is like, and I've really enjoyed that. I've enjoyed seeing their kids run in and wave, and I've enjoyed seeing just a glimpse of what it is that they do in their personal time. So that's really been helpful, actually. For me, it's been really helpful to build a relationship, and they've cared more about what's going on in my home life as well. So I actually think this year has kind of been a good year in terms of building true relationships, not just sales relationships, but true friendships. And so that's just one of the very few silver linings of a year of COVID-19. So, but actually, to keep that relationship up and to keep that rapport between our internal team, Lisa did a great job. When I was out of town, I was on vacation earlier in the year in March, right before everything shut down, and we all had to scatter to our home offices. And Lisa came up with a great way of keeping us together, keeping us motivated. She created what we're calling our huddle every day. And we do them every single day, a huddle for half hour at noon. We have our lunch together and we get a chance to chat. So Lisa, can you tell us a little bit about, what has the huddle done for us? And then how has it evolved over, the time that we've been doing it? We've been doing it since March. So, yeah.
Sure. Our huddle started really just as we may or may not remember when there was news, some fundamental change every day in the news and fundamental change in how we were trying to do our work every day as we just got thrown home and we had no idea if we were home for a week, a month,
right.
A year, what it was going to be. So we needed a way to just keep in touch on that change and keep our team together. So it started as a communication tool, and I think now it kind of replicates where we were in the office. It's keeping us as a team continuing to build that bond, playing our game every day. We have a series of games we can play at different times that we go through, and
yeah, game for every mood.
yeah, game for every day of the week, whatever you want to do. But it gives us a chance to duplicate that water cooler hallway conversation, make our lunch together in our little office kitchen that we don't have access to anymore. And Jesse, I bet it's helping you. You used to do a walk down the hall whenever you finished a draft, swing by someone's office and have a conversation. What are you doing to replace that now that we're virtual?
Yeah, well, that's definitely been the hardest part about remote working is I can't bug Jessica and Lisa every time I'm excited about a new sentence I wrote. So it has been an adjustment, and I think being able to get to that rapport with everyone, it's almost like building a rapport again online where Lisa knows if it's at the end of the day now, I might just call her with a little something, and we've kind of like, it's almost been really organic about feeling out when people are ready. But I think also we're just using our calendar a lot more. I'm paying way closer attention to, okay, she's been working on this, Jessica's been working on this all day. Maybe I'll ping her tomorrow because she's probably like way in chorus mode or something. So I think just being really aware of everyone else's workload has been a struggle, but it's really helpful once you kind of get a finger on that. You can kind of tell, okay, usually, Jessica likes to meet in the morning if I have any thoughts, and Lisa, is happy to kind of to look at stuff at the end of the day, and figuring that out with everyone has been really helpful in keeping up that kind of live collaboration that we used to have. I think one of the people that has been working the hardest this year, and you've had your hands in like almost every project we've done, Jess, is you, Jessica. So I wanted to ask you mainly about the burnout part, because I think I've been fortunate to kind of have, one or two clients that I've been like really pouring my energy into. Lisa's had kind of her one or two clients, and you've just been across the board. So do you have any tips for, oh, by the way, she has a daughter at home. That's a full-time job. So what are your tips for kind of avoiding burnout and keeping that positive attitude you always have?
Oh, thanks, Jesse. Well, to be honest, for me, I actually see it as a blessing that I actually am involved in all these different projects. That has actually been key to, I think, my own personal burnout, is that instead of diving really deep into one particular client and focusing every hour on the day, living in one channel, I get the opportunity to work across a variety of different industries. So one day I might be diving into a SaaS platform. The next day I'm reviewing some branding on a healthcare video with you, Jesse. And so it keeps me energized because I'm constantly looking at something different, and being part of a broader team on our clients has been really helpful too. So you'll, like Lori was saying, you kind of feel more connected to your clients. So it's a good opportunity that I feel like I've had working with all these different clients now over the last 9 months, is I feel like I've gotten to know them a lot better too. And I know, what works and what doesn't work. And to your point, Jesse, what time of day works good for them as far as scheduling, because we've had to shift and adjust. Some people, do have kids at home, like myself, so they're trying to juggle, family life, working from home. But that's what's kept me energized, actually, is working on the variety of different projects. I will say one key thing that I've learned, and I love this because Matt called it out in this particular blog, is just calendar management. So that's been a key piece too in managing all of this and making sure you're not burning out, is taking time to mark it on your calendar that you get your work time, because now my day is filled with all these different meetings because I am involved in all these different projects, that really carving out that time so that you're not burning the candle at both ends. After kids go to bed, you're up now working because you've been in meetings all day. So, and that's one of the things that I love, Matt, that you've personally brought to the team. It feels very odd to me that we have not worked one day in the office together since you've been here. I still don't quite know how that's even possible, just in how well you've become such an integral part of our team in such a short period of time. So for you, can you tell us like what that's been like for you to like continue those relationships and build those relationships being so new and working from home?
Yeah, so it was, everything about this was new for me when I started. Like just the whole work from home concept, in addition to new job, entirely new team. I went from I was working in TV news before I joined EMM, and that was just a huge team, dozens of people every day. And then you switch from that to working with a small but mighty team and we're all home. We're all in our individual screen cubicles is kind of how I like to think of it. But it's just been, it was just, you have to adapt as you go. That's just kind of how I tackle this job. It's like, I don't know what the work from home workflow looks like. And kind of like you, Jess, I've kind of had my hand in a bunch of different projects, just getting a sampling of everything that we do. So that was interesting to me, just seeing how different people approach different size projects. And I think I got to know people individually, just based on working on all those different things with them, and tackling different projects for different types of clients. As far as getting to know the team, I would say the huddles have been really important for me, just like the casual aspect of it, as well as the games I think that we play are fun. And I tried to help people get to know me by like bringing different things that I enjoy outside of work. Like everyone knows me as like the movie person now. So I try to bring like movie themed games or things like that, just to kind of show off a little bit of personality and to make the casual time of day important and helpful for people to get to know me.
We've done a great job of that, because I think we all know Matt as having a big personality. So well, thank you all for sharing so much, and thanks to all of our listeners for tuning in all year long. It's been so much fun to make this podcast, and we look forward to continuing it in the year to come. As you're kind of digesting and reflecting on your year, and you think of lessons you've learned about working from home, or just in general lessons you've learned this year, please share them with us. You can email them to Matt. That's Matt at emminc.com. We'll share a link on the video description, and maybe you'll see your lesson on our social media channels. So make sure to follow us there as well at Extra Mile Marketing. So thanks again for a wonderful year, and thanks for listening to Market Like Emma. We look forward to seeing you in the New Year's.